Hello dog lover, this is Saro. My name is Saro Boghozian, and in this video I'm going to talk about and also share with you 3 reasons and 3 steps that you can take to have a good dog. I'm going to share with you 3 secrets in a way that are going to be very important for you to know. And I'm going to share these 3 tips with you that you can have a good dog, understanding how you can have a good dog, how you set it up for your dog to be well behaved and successful. In a way, these 3 tips are very noticeable, they're very common, but are the steps that I usually have to share with my clients every time that I go for a private session, or if they have a dog who has behavioral issues, I have to share these 3 all the time. So I'm going to share these 3 steps and 3 points with you tonight. Once again, if you're new here, my name is Saro. Welcome. I'm a dog trainer and also coach dog owners. If this is your first time, welcome, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well, so you will get notified as soon as I post my next video. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, make sure to submit them on the chat line, and periodically I will read them and I'll answer those questions. So let's get started with the steps. What are the steps that are going to help you to have a good dog? Step 1 is that you need to have a communication system between you and your dog. This is very important. Okay, I'm going to answer a question just right now. I'm getting a question. How long does it take you to make a video? Oh, that's a technical question about my videos. Okay, so I usually take about, I would say, a day to plan the video, what the video is going to be about. Another day I shoot the video. About a day or 2 I edit the video, and then another day post video. So it takes about a few days to make a video. I hope that answers your question. Welcome, nice to see you on the chat line. So let's get going. So step 1 of the secret to having a great dog is step one is to have a communication system between you and your dog. If you don't have a communication system between you and your dog is going to misbehave automatically, because you can't talk to your dog. Now, many of you are saying, well, I can talk to my dog, I can communicate to my dog. You know, saying good boy, good girl, yes, and things like that, those are not enough. You know, we automatically think that dogs, when they come and live with us and we go and get a dog, they automatically know how to live with us, what to do, what not to do, but the reality is that they don't know everything. They have been designed and bred to live with us humans, but it doesn't mean that they know everything automatically. They lack a lot of information when they arrive in our homes and they start living with us. And those information has to be communicated and told and taught and trained to our dogs using training. So training, many people, they think, you know, it's just teaching the dog to sit and stay, but training is more than that. Training a dog is basically, first and foremost, is creating and developing a communication system between you and your dog. This helps your dog to understand exactly what you want, rather than just sitting and staying and things like that. It doesn't help them just to know the sits and stays. It helps them to know exactly what you really mean by sit. Why do you want to use sit command, for example? Why do you want me to stay? These things a dog should know why are they doing, not just because you ask them to sit and stay and they just sit and stay. They have no idea why you want them to sit and stay. So it's important for you to first train your dog. Training, it's more than, as I said, it's more than just teaching the dog the sit commands and all that. It's communication system. It creates a connection between you and your dog. It creates a bond between you and your dog. It creates mental and physical stimulation for your dog. It creates it has a lot of benefits from mental point of view for your dog. Your dog relaxes as they start getting comfortable with the training that you're providing for your dog. So step one for having a good dog is building a communication system between you and your dog. And the way you provide that communication system with your dog is through training. So once again, if you're new here, I'm going to talk about the 3 steps or the 3 reasons how you can have the best dog. And I just explained about step 1, which is creating a communication system between your dog. And if you're new here, my name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer. I also coach dog owners. And if you have any questions, make sure to submit them in the chat area, and I'll address them right away. So let's go to step number 2. Step number 2 for having a good dog is you need to control your dog. Controlling your dog, it doesn't mean dominating your dog and being aggressive towards your dog and telling your dog, you know, I'm the the dictator here, and you're going to do what I say. So controlling your dog means using the training, step 1, using step 1 to get your dog under control. Now the reality, whether you want to call it sad reality or good reality, is that dogs want to be under control. It's very hard for us to believe that dogs like that. I know, and in a way it doesn't make sense. But I'm not saying that you need to be aggressive and dominating your dog and controlling in a negative way. What I'm suggesting to you to understand is that your dog requests and it's demanding you to tell it what to do and what not to do. The problem is that that's how they've been bred, and that's how animals live. Humans, in a way, we don't want to be told what to do and how to do things. Every time somebody tells you do this and don't do that, you kind of get pissed, you don't like it. You know, we don't really appreciate being told what to do, what not to do, unless we pay for it or we request it. But dogs, overall, in general, they want to know what to do and how to do. They want to please you. The dog looks at you as a king, as a god in a way. So they want to please you. And if you don't have communication system with them, step 1, if you don't have the step 1 with them, then they get confused. They say, okay, you're not communicating to me, you're not telling me what to do, you're not controlling me, therefore I'm confused, I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to do things. So they start doing things the wrong way, and you call it bad behavior. So therefore you're causing your dog to get worse in behavior wise. So your dog starts misbehaving and you blame it on your dog, whereas in the first place you should know this. That's why I'm sharing with you. You have to control your dog. So you use step 1, which is training, and control your dog. You tell your dog that this is what I want you to do. This is how I want you to behave. When you see a stranger or you see a person, you don't jump on them. You sit and you stay and let the people, for example, pet you on the head. So you kind of teach them how to live in a human society. And once you do that, your dog is going to take a sigh of relief and is going to say, thank God, my human is telling me what to do and how to do things. So that is very important. In a way, I don't want you to feel bad telling your dog what to do and how to do things, because if you do it to a human, yes, it doesn't sound good. It kind of sounds mean. But when you do to your dog actually loves it and falls in love with you more than ever. So don't feel bad telling your dog how to do things, what to do, what not to do. And I hope that makes sense to you. Let me just quickly, you are so close to 1K subscribers. Oh yes, by the way, if you're new here again, my name is Saro. I'm a dog trainer, also coach dog owners. I am just about to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm thinking it's going to happen this week. And I'm going to have a celebration video prepared for this milestone, and just keep an eye on that. Make sure to subscribe to so you're not going to miss it. It's going to be an exciting video. I have a very interesting surprise and interesting video prepared for you guys. I'm still working on it, but it's going to be ready on time. So that was step number 2. So step number 1 was that you need to open a communication system with your dog. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, let me know. Leave those questions in the chat and I'll answer them right away. So step 1 was that you have to have a communication system between you and your dog. Step 2 was using that communication system and telling your dog what to do and what not to do. And the way you do that is you start training your dog, and I'll explain a little bit more what sort of training and what things that you need to do in a moment. So let's go to step 3. Step 3 of how you can have a good dog. So step 3 is broken down in 5 steps itself. So what I mean by that is, if you have a dog who's, whether you have a dog who's a puppy, who you just adopted, who you just got it, or you have a dog, you've had a dog for a long time and your dog is starting to misbehave and is driving you crazy. All of these dogs, in my opinion, again, in a positive way, they're unbalanced. Unbalanced is a word that is being used lately, but in a way, what it means is unbalanced dog or unbalanced human or being unbalanced. Basically, in my opinion, it means that a dog is confused, is stressed. Okay? So when a dog or a human being is stressed, is unbalanced. That's basically what it means. When you are stressed or your dog is stressed, what happens? You make mistakes. You do things the wrong way. You overreact. You do things in a way that it doesn't sit right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. You make mistakes, right? So basically, that's what it is, being unbalanced. So what I mean now, when you have a puppy or an adopted dog or a new dog, or you have a had dog you had it for a long time, these dogs are unbalanced. That means they're stressed. A new dog or a puppy is stressed because everything is new. Everything for them is new. Life is new for them. So an adopted dog, when you adopt a new dog and you bring that dog to your life, they were living in a different lifestyle, and now they're living with your lifestyle, and everything is new again, so they become stressed. Your dog may have you had a dog for a long time, and all of a sudden they're starting to misbehave. That's a sign to you that your dog is being stressed, is stressed for some reason. So what you want to do is think of it in a way that you need to provide your dog's 5 essential needs, and it's a signal to you that you haven't been focusing on these 5 essential needs daily. Your dog's daily 5 essential needs. What are those 5 essential needs? Exercise, training, socialization, care, and then affection. And they have to be provided in this order. First thing has to be training. People mainly focus on affection, the last thing a dog needs. First thing a dog needs is exercise, next is training, and then socialization, care, and then affection. So if you provide these 5 daily essential needs of your dog, then that will help your dog to be much more happier and healthier to be with you in a way. So what you want to do is focus on, the step 1 was training, step 2, which was opening communication with your dog, communication system with your dog, and step 2 was controlling your dog. That falls into training. So exercise, you start the day with exercise, you provide daily training with your dog, whatever form of training you're providing for your dog is still a training, but you have to do some form of training with your dog. You can't skip this. Every day your dog has to be trained. And I'm not talking about, training your dog like sit and stay. Everything that you do with your dog is training. Whether you're correcting your dog or you're telling your dog to do this and that, and they're learning out of it something, that's training. Now you can do formal training, you can do lifestyle training. Formal training is basically teaching the dog, obedience training, working on obedience and going to different levels. Or you can do lifestyle training. Lifestyle training is using those training systems, the techniques that you've learned in obedience training, and you work on them and practice on them on your daily lifestyle. During lifestyle training, you provide lifestyle training during the day as you go on and train your dog every day. So the training, the second thing, so first thing exercise, training, socialization. Socialization is something that you need to provide on daily basis, and your dog needs to be exposed to everything and anything that you can think of on daily basis. Every day your dog has to be exposed to something new if possible, and if you see that your dog is able to tolerate that new experience, fine. If you see that they can't tolerate it, you use your training to help your dog to socialize, provide that controlled socialization for your dog. Teach your dog how to deal with that problem. Teach your dog how to solve that problem. So socialization is the third need. The fourth need is exercise, care. Care is something that I'm sure you're doing a great job. You're providing the best care for your dog, so there's no problem there. And the last thing your dog needs is affection. And that's the last thing. It's really hard for humans to understand and accept the fact that affection is the last thing a dog needs. I'm going to give you an example. A client of mine walked in and his dog was kind of stressed and young dog stressed, and the owner wanted to help this dog to get over this stress and anxiety that this dog was experiencing. So the first thing the dog owner did was petting the dog and it's okay, my dog, it's okay, no worries. Started doing that. So when you're doing that with your dog and your dog is in a stressed state of mind and you're sharing affection with your dog, you're causing your dog to get more stressed because you are agreeing with that behavior. You're confirming that behavior, that state of mind that you are now, it's a good state of mind to be and stay on that feeling. So your dog, if he's feeling anxious and stressed or angry or scared or whatever it is, and you share affection at the wrong time, at the wrong place, with the wrong state of mind, you're basically praising your dog and you're allowing your dog to learn that that's the behavior that you want. So as a human being, it's natural for us to share affection with our dogs, with everything, with humans as well, right? But the problem is, again, not a sad truth, is that Affection is really good when you share affection with a human. But when you share affection with a dog, for a dog, it doesn't really register the same way that would register with a human being. Humans can tolerate affection at the time that they are sad or angry or have some sort of feelings going through them. When you can talk to them and you can share affection and you can kind of reason with them. But with dogs, because you don't have a communication system, remember step one? Step one was having a communication system. When you don't have a communication system with your dog, and your dog gets into that state of mind, what do? You share affection. You make the wrong move. You give the wrong signal to your dog. So therefore, your dog gets worse behavior-wise. Therefore, you see that your dog is not behaving better or is not getting better. It's getting worse and worse because you're communicating the wrong way with your dog and your dog is getting the wrong messages from you. So therefore, affection at the time that your dog is feeling anxious, scared, or afraid, or anything like that, it doesn't work. With animals, it doesn't work, especially with sensitive breeds and dogs. It doesn't work. It actually works opposite. So therefore, affection is the last thing a dog needs. So let's say if you have a dog who's anxious and scared or stressed or whatever it is, and as a human being, you're going to start focusing on its lasting affection rather than thinking, okay, I'm going to have to help my dog mentally and physically. So mentally and physically, instead of focusing in here, this is emotional. Affection is emotional form of approach. You don't want to approach a dog who's emotional with emotions because you're joining their team, you're joining their emotions, right? So I hope I'm making sense there. You want to focus on, okay, what does my dog need? It needs exercise and training and socialization in this case. I'm going to have to focus on these three rather than care and affection. But I need to have a communication system between me and my dog to tell my dog what to do and what not to do. Telling our dogs what to do. So it comes all in a circle. Are you getting this circle? Right? So step one for having a good dog is to have a communication system between you and your dog. Step two is controlling your dog, telling your dog what to do and what not to do using the communication system that you have with your dog using training. And number three is providing your dog's daily 5 essential needs, which is exercise, training, socialization, care, and then affection. Hope that makes sense. That's my 3 simple, but yet very complicated and very deep form and steps of having a great dog. Having a great dog, it's easy to have, it's easy to do it. It just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of knowledge. And I hope by this video I have been able to give you a good understanding of what you need to do and what you need to provide for your dog to have a great dog. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this video with all your doggy friends and friends who have dogs. Let them know that I am posting videos 2 days a week, on Mondays and Thursdays. And soon I'll be posting my 1,000 subscribers celebration video as well. Let them know about me and let's share this positivity, this information online and in our channel and everywhere. And I hope you got some benefits out of this video. And until next time, I'm going to see you and have fun with your dog.